Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make the Little Mermaid Ariel with the mold. So for the mold, we're gonna use a little bit of clay and we're gonna push down on the mold with our thumb. If you don't know how to make the mold or you wanna purchase, you can go to my Etsy store if you wanna purchase. If you wanna make it and you don't know how, it's super simple. And if you wanna learn, just leave me a like and a comment below and I will teach you guys how to make your own mold. And then we're gonna get it out without moving too much your clay around because you don't want to lose the shape. You just check if it has any scratches, if everything is in a place, put a toothpick and let it dry. And now we're going to start with a little roll to start the arms and hands. So you go up and down where the rest is going to be. And we're going to start molding her hands. So we flat the top, and now we're gonna mark a little indentation where the fingers are gonna start and the palms are. Cut a little V to separate the fingers and her thumb. And now we're gonna smooth, and the rest is we're gonna cut the other 4 fingers. So just remember then you need to make the cuts kind of in the right place so you don't have one finger that is really way thicker than the other one. And if you needed to make the tiny one a little bit, you can even cut a little bit like I did. And then we're gonna smooth all the edges, smooth between the fingers and the tips of the fingers as well. Just roll on the table because she is a princess, so they're very skinny. So you want your limbs, like legs and arms and things like that, be very extra skinny, like unhealthy skinny, as my husband will say. And I'm just placing the fingers, being sure that I'm with everything. There's no sharp edges or any marks or anything. And now with this silicone tool, I'm just gonna mark a little tiny bit for the nails. Not necessary at all, but sometimes I'm in the mood for a lot of details. Don't worry about it. If you wanna make the face without the mold, I will also place the video. I don't know if I will be able to make it after Christmas, but like before, yeah, probably after Christmas, not before Christmas. I will place upload the video for the face, like you making the face if you wanted to, because the rest is all the same. I actually make the video without the mold first, and it's the same body. I just pop the head off and make it again. But if you guys want to see that, just leave a comment and I will put it on for you guys. So now I just mark where the elbows are gonna be, and I'm just making sure that the upper arm and the lower arm are the same, like the size that they need to be, and then they are very, very skinny. And then we're gonna make another one for the second arm, the same steps. So that's why I cut it out a little because this video is long. So we bend it again to make the elbows, and you cut the excess off, and we're gonna set apart. And how you bend your arm is gonna depend how you want her to sit down. If you want her to be holding something, if you want her to be, that would depend how you want your Ariel to be sitting down or her arms up or down. So you're gonna bend it the way you want it to do. I'm bending, she's kind of touching her face, and the other one's down. But if you want to hold a candle or if you want to do anything else, just make the same way but bend differently. And now we're gonna make the second one the same way that we made the first one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. We're gonna have so much more this next year, and a lot of cool tutorials and Disney tutorials, because I know you guys are asking for, and a lot of more cake tutorials and DIYs. Is gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna cut the excess off, and we're gonna place that aside as well. So with the green, we're gonna start to make her tail. So we're gonna make a long cone like a teardrop shape, but not with the, you know, rounded bottom. It's like more like a funnel, like a, yeah, it's like a cone, probably like a hat upside down. And I'm gonna leave the excess on the top where the body is gonna be. Even we're gonna bend it a little bit because I want her to be sitting on the rock. So I'm gonna place like that. But if you want her lying down on her back, or all those positions that Little Mermaid normally is, you know, or her back or her upper arm, body up, you can do it too. It's the same way, you just position it differently. I'm cutting the excess off, and we're gonna smooth all the edges, all the marks, and place at the position we want. Remember that I have the bottom part very, very tiny because I'm still gonna put the rest of her tail. And now I'm just gonna make a little tiny row, and we're gonna smooth the sides because that's gonna be on her waist, but we're gonna wait for that set aside until we put the body there, and then we're gonna use that. But since we're playing around with the green already, you can just set aside. I'm just smoothing everything with the palms of my hands. Try to don't use fingerprints. If you use your fingers, you can have fingerprints. I'm just place a toothpick on the foam, piece of foam, and that craft foam, because that if you place your clay on the foam, is gonna make a mess. So I put one toothpick right in the bottom and one right in the top. And now we're gonna start making her body. As I always say, some people like weight all the clay to know how much to use. I don't, but I really look at the figurine or the doll or the topper decoration, whatever we're making, and I keep checking to see if it's the right size, if I need to cut it a little bit, if it's too long, it's too short, and that's how I like to do. And I think it's the easiest way for me, so that's how I'm showing you. You see that I'm cutting a little bit more because I thought her torso was a little big, and that's how I do it. So I wanted to show you guys. Then it's not necessarily I always cut the right size. You just look and see what you need to do. Now with the silicone tool again, I'm marking her belly button. You see that in the middle there, there's a little, it's a little, her waist is right a little there. And I'm just gonna mark a little bit of the bones right there on my finger, where like her hips will be. So we're gonna mark a little bit more just to give that impression. And we're gonna smooth everything. So now we're gonna place on the body, just like that, on the toothpick we placed there, and we're gonna close all the green around. Be sure that you don't have fingerprints or marks. And now that little piece that we set aside, we're just gonna put it around to hide the edge between the skin color and the green, so it looks like it's one little body. Place around and pull to the front, and now we're gonna make a ball, making then this like leaf shape, and we're gonna make her the rest of her tail. I made the one already, and we're gonna need two of them. So just to don't make the video super long, I'm speeding up a little bit, and I'm using a little bit of water to make my tool slide and just making those little marks. And we're gonna make on the front and on the back as well, because you don't know if you're gonna see it, and you need two of this. Is for her flippers, you know, at the end of the tail. So I'm just marking everything, making very pretty and kind of then similar size. And now we're gonna pinch the top together, just like that. And we're gonna set aside with the little purple. We're gonna make a little bit of her bra. So we're gonna make a really skinny snake, put around her torso where the bra's gonna be with the shelves. And always put your seams where you're gonna hide. So since we're gonna put the rest of the bra, you know, with the shells on the front, so that's where we're gonna hide it right there. Put a little bit of water or glue. If you're using edibles, you can use water. If you're using clay, you can use glue, just to hold everything in place. And now with two little balls of the same size, we're gonna start making the shelves for the bra or the top. I don't think Little Mermaid will have a bra on, right? It's more like a top. I think. So made a ball, teardrop shape, you flat a little bit, and now we're gonna just make some lines to make her shell, seashell. And we're gonna need 2 of those. Now we're gonna place right there to hide that 2 pieces of our snake that we're getting together. Be sure that it's in place, and then it's very strong and it's not gonna slide. So don't use too much water or too much glue, because too much make things get out of place. And now I'm gonna place the little 2 slippers we made, and I'm gonna place the way I want it to dry. If you need a little paper to hold it dry, you can do that too, or a little toothpick to hold it in place. And now I'm using this glittery powder. If you guys want to know where I found it, I can try to find the link, leave it below for you guys. It's so pretty. It's for nails. It's for the acrylic nail, I think. And I use a lot of those powders on my toppers or decorations or clays, or even like for so much, because it works with paper, works with clay, works so much different materials, and it's so shiny and so pretty. Now I kind of broke up a little bit my chalk pastels, and I have yellow and dark green and blue, and I'm just gonna make all over different colors on her tail and her flippers, where one is not top of each other, is a little darker. Always think about that, where the shadow is getting is darker, and when you're going up or the light is, you can use a little yellow for that. So now I'm gluing the arms, and that's the position I want it to be. She kind of like touching her face or holding her hair, and the other arm I kind of change a little bit after in the end of the video. I kind of lower a little bit. I was going to make her to hold a candle, but then I decided to don't do it like that, since I was making the video for you guys. I thought that she would look prettier if she was just with her laying her arm on her tail. And now then my head is dry, we're gonna start painting. We're gonna start the white, so you're gonna cover the places where the eyes are gonna be, and also the bottom of the mouth, because she's smiling, so she has her teeth. And then doesn't matter if you go too much around, because you're gonna put it like the red lipstick as well. And always let it dry, the layer of paint you're using, before you start the next one, to don't make a mess. So if you're making the eyes, make the white, let it dry before you try to make the blue or the other colors, because you make a mess. So that's why normally I make the white of the eyes, and then I start the eyebrows, because then I don't need to wait for that to dry to keep working. So that's why I'm going to the eyebrows right now. And I'm using a liner. It's a very tiny liner, and we just gonna keep going. And I would try to find these brushes I use. They are Royal something. I have them since I made the painting on wood, and they are awesome, and they don't let you down. So we're gonna see if I can find it for you guys. Leave the link below. I also put brown on the bottom of the eyes, and now that I'm waiting everything, the white to dry, the mouth is dry, so we're gonna start the lips, and we're gonna cover the upper and the bottom lips with red. And the edges of her smile as well, and the upper lips. Don't forget always to have a picture of what you're making. It's better if you can print, because if you have your phone, you need to let it go what you're doing, to open your phone if you turn it off or something like that. So it's always good to have the picture. And now we're going to start the light blue of her eyes. And that's why it's always good to know, to see a picture, so you know exactly where the blue of the eyes are gonna be, where if you're just looking up or looking down, you need to think about that before you start painting. And now we made the black dots in the middle of the eyes, and we're gonna use a liner even smaller than the one that we made for the eyebrows, to make the black around her eyes and the eyelashes. the other side the same thing. Always try to leave your hand on the table or something that you can get your hand very steady when you're using liners, because they're very tiny, so you don't want your hand to be wobbly or shaking it. So always keep your hand on the table. And now we're making her eyelashes, both sides. And now I'm making just little white dots on the between the black and the blue for the light reflection. And remember, then they need to be in the same size. Since mine is looking to the front, I'm making 2 little balls on each side. But if she's looking in the side, you need to, light reflections coming from one side. So you need to make them at the same size. And now with the little blush, like makeup blush, I'm using to give a little color on her face. So we're going to put on the top of her jaw bones and a little bit on her forehead and a little bit on the nose, just to give some color and some depth. And now with the red, we're gonna start covering her head to make her hair. I'm just gonna open the ball and we're gonna cover everything in once. So then we start making how long it is. I put the head on the body. I know that you can see her like arm has some red, as well as just because I made it without the mold first, so that's why it was the hair was already there. But we're gonna fix that. We're gonna open a little red dough and or clay or whatever you're using, and we're gonna mark all the drawings of the hair. It's easier for you to make that before you put it on, so you can give more details, but you're also gonna need to, you know, redo them again, because we playing around with the clay and touching, so they're gonna just appear in some places, and then you can just, you know, do them again. And now we're gonna place the hair the way you want it to be. I want it to be flowy, like she's touching it or getting out of her face, and then goes around her arm, and is very, like, she is a cartoon, so she has very curvy ends of the hair, like it's flowing. And that's what I was doing. And now we're gonna do the same piece that we did it the first time, and we're gonna start putting the other side. And we're gonna put it all together on the top. You can even put a little piece like I did it next to her face, just to give a little, you know, detail on the other arm. And now we're gonna smooth the top. You don't need to go so crazy about it, because she has that big bang that she has for her, you know, hair on the top, and then we're gonna hide everything. But now I'm just gonna make the details to start shaping it, to know where I need to put more clay and where she needs more hair. And then the back as well, we smooth everything, and then don't forget to give the little details on the back as well. So now I made like a cone just like that, and we're gonna place it on the side and turn it over. And now we're gonna make her, you know, that this big piece, then she has like a bang on her hair. And now we're gonna smooth everything, and we're gonna just, with the silicone tool, just make some details. And she's done. If you guys want to see her without the mold, just let me know. Leave me a comment below and give me a like, just show that you guys are liking it. This I show in the first video, and I'm gonna show it now. It's just little tiny pearls. It's so pretty. It looks like little dots of water. And then I'm just gluing around her tail after she's dry, just to give a little detail. This hair is a little different because that was the first one. That's why in the video, when you look, when I'm putting the head, this detail is already there, but I wanted to show you guys, and if you're not looking at the other video without the mold, so I wanted to show you guys too. And this is the first face without the mold. Then I'm putting the pearls around her neck. So if you want to see this face as well, if you don't have the mold, you don't have silicone, and you want to do yourself, we can show that too. And here she is done. I hope you guys like it. She can be a candle, a cake topper, a decoration, or a special doll, you can put on the top of the box, anything you want. And Merry Christmas, happy holidays for you guys if I don't talk to you guys into Christmas, and I hope I can put a video before New Year's, but if not, please don't forget to subscribe. So we're gonna spend 2018 together and learn together a lot of cool things and make a lot of decorations and toppers and DIYs. And thank you so much for this year and for 2017, and for all the subscribers and all of you that leave me a comment and take a time to watch my videos and to give me a thumbs up. This means the world to me, and I'm so happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much. I talk to you guys later. Bye.